You know what, guys? It's Mattview Reviews. Hello everyone and welcome to Mattview Reviews. Well, today we'll be having a look at Trolls, which is the latest animated film from DreamWorks Animations and is based on the popular 80s toy line of the same name. So, let's break down this film into the 5 main categories of animation success, according to me, when we'll start with characters. So, good side of the characters. There's a lot of clever concepts going on and a lot of cool designs, such as the trolls can extend their nice big poofy hair into different shapes, sizes, and abilities, so like they can use it as a whip. At one point, Anna Kendrick's character Poppy can use it as a staircase, which is a nice little scene. And there's a lot of cool characters where there's a sparkly troll who can sing an auto tune. There's a DJ troll aptly named DJ who can have disco lights coming out of her face. It's really cool looking. There's also trolls in different shapes. There's a big tall troll that carries around like a little worm kind of thing named Mr. Dinkles, and the troll is named Biggie, aptly named, who is voiced by James Corden. And there's also a giraffe-like troll named Cooper, voiced by Ron Funches, and it's really cool to see the trolls in different shapes and sizes. And also the Bergens have nice little cool designs where they kind of look like actual trolls, like you would think of, with they're big, they have warts, they have gnashy, crooked teeth. They're kind of cool looking. Well, now let's get into the negatives, which are that each character is very stereotypical. Poppy, voiced by Anna Kendrick, is the happy one. Branch, voiced by Justin Timberlake, is the grumpy one, and they both have to go on this unexpected journey. You know where it's going. And there's also some trolls that I can't, honestly, I had to look up the name for the big troll. I didn't know it was named Biggie. I kind of remembered that the giraffe one was Cooper, and I had no idea that the DJ troll was just DJ. So a lot of the characters are just one note, and if anything, those notes are not even emotions or feelings. They're mostly just how they look. Like there's twin trolls. I don't know their names because they were just the twin trolls. That was it. There was really no character trait that stood out about them. They really were just one note, and some of those notes were just looks, if anything. Next, let's go into the voice acting. There's a lot of good voice acting here. Sort of. We'll get into that, but the singing is also well done. I should mention that real quick, is that the characters are voiced well when they're acting, and they're voiced well when they're singing as well. I mean, you have Anna Kendrick from Pitch Perfect and Justin Timberlake who actually sing songs in it, and you're gonna get that result. But Anna Kendrick does a good job as the uppity, peppy little troll. Also, Justin Timberlake does a nice little spin on his character where, he actually adds a little bit to it. Not just, I'm Justin Timberlake, I'm voicing. He actually, he's actually doing a good job in being Branch. You know what I mean? Also, one of the Bergens, this is actually, I would say, the voice acting highlight. One of the Bergens that is named Bridget is voiced by Zooey Deschanel, who most of you will know as the female lead in Elf. I did not know that was her. She has a very soft voice, and you can really pick out her voice. I didn't know that was her, and she did a really good job in creating a voice for the character, and I appreciate that a lot. It didn't just sound like a celebrity voice, it sounded like someone actually voice acting, which I appreciate. Negative side is some of the celebrity voices stand out in a bad way, where you just hear them and you say, oh, they played this person, or oh, I like him in this, or whatever. It's extremely distracting because you don't think of the current film, you think of what they've done already. The biggest example I would say is from Jeffrey Tambor, which I know most of you might not know his name, but he was the voice of King Neptune in the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. And every line he gave, I was just like, hey, King Neptune, because he plays a king in this one too. So I'm just thinking of King Neptune the entire time and not the King of the Trolls. And that hurts the film because there's no identity for the character. It's just, I'm a celebrity, I'm voicing this character, and you immediately just go, oh, they played them. It's just, it doesn't help the film. Now the story, I'm going to do a quick summary of the story. Basically, after 20 years of being free from the Bergens, a Bergen chef finds the troll village and takes them captive, and Poppy and Branch, who don't really get along too well, have to go on an unexpected journey, and they have to work together and save everyone, blah blah blah. You've heard this a million times, but there is some pros to it. Not really any, but there's one little pro, is that some of the humor is actually really good comedy in there that's clever and not just childlike. The negative side is most of the humor is childish. I mean, one of the first jokes is a butt joke. Oh, look, it's the king's butt. I mean, not even the kids that were in the theater with me really chuckled at that. I heard one that was just like, that was it. Like, you have kids and you can't even get them to laugh at a butt joke. Like, kids are a little bit smarter nowadays. I think they deserve a little bit more clever humor, like you saw. I was expecting more clever humor, like you would see in the Lego Movie. But anyway, the story, it's extremely simple. Like I was mentioning, it's just the unexpected journey, the arguing partners. Yeah, they finally get along in the end. Like, I just saw Moana do the same concept, but they did it better because they had more time to establish the characters, and it's Disney. They just know how to handle everything much better. One other thing that you can notice in this film is that you run into a lot of cartoon cliches, and it's a concept that I kind of came up with. I guarantee you someone already has a better name for it. But basically, it's those episodes in TV shows where you're like, I've seen this in this show, in that show, and that show. It's plots that are recycled over and over again. Like, honestly, how many times have you seen an episode where one of the characters gets copied and, oh, there's all these copies of them running around, which one's the real one, you know? Like, honestly, I can think of 4 off the top of my head, and you could think of probably even more. But yeah, in this film, there's like 2 or 3 of these. There's like 2 or 3 of these, like, ideas in one movie. Like, I felt like I was watching the extended premiere for the Trolls animated series, not a film. A film, if anything, if it's going to take a recycled plot, it's going to expand on it, it's going to do it better, or it's going to just do a different spin on it. But no, this one was just, yeah, these are the plots, and they're going to end exactly how you think they're going to end, as usual. It's just, it was just very simple. And another problem with the film is that it's super short. It's like 1 hour 37 minutes, but like I remember thinking, like, that's it? Holy shit, that flew by. Like Moana, I was watching it, and you're watching every minute, and you're just staring at the screen, and you're invested. I could not get invested in Trolls because it was so quick. Like, again, I didn't know that the big troll was named Biggie. I had to look that up. I didn't know that the DJ troll was named DJ. I had no idea. Like, she was voiced by Gwen Stefani. She must have had like 3 lines. I didn't know that was her. Like, no one can stand apart, and you can't invest in the characters. I mean, for example, there's a character, I won't say which one because I don't want to spoil anything, but one of the characters shifts, let's say. There's a character shift. And you're just like, all right, I either could have called that, I'm not surprised to see it, or I don't care. And that's not good for a film that you're supposed to be like, oh my god, you're supposed to care about the characters, and you don't really here. It's just, that's this one, that's that one. They're very one note. And just finally, the moral did not go the way I thought it was gonna go, which isn't a bad thing per se, but the entire film, you're watching it, you're like, oh, this is gonna be the moral. And you know what? That's a good moral for kids. Kids need to learn this moral. No! It was just like, here's this moral. And it's a cutesy wootsy little optimist, like, it's so nice. And it's like, all right, that's nice and all, but that ain't realistic and mature. That's just very like, it's cute for kids. You know what I mean? I thought when I was watching it, I'm not ruining anything, but I guarantee you, if you watch this film, you'll see where I'm coming from. I'm watching it thinking, okay, the moral of the story is going to be, you know what? There's times when it's appropriate to be happy, and there's times when it's appropriate to be sad. Kind of like Inside Out. And you can't fault them for recycling morals as long as they're teaching the moral to the kids. It doesn't hurt. But I thought that's where it was going, and I'm like, good for you. Hell, even the kid a few rows ahead of me, almost towards the end of the film, the kid's explaining the same thing I was thinking to his dad. And then when the moral actually comes on, he's just like I didn't hear anything, but it was like, I could tell the kid's like, oh, I didn't really expect that. Like, he's explaining it to his dad, the same moral I'm thinking of. And I'm just like, clearly I'm not the only one. But yeah, like I said, it's a good, nice moral, but it's not realistic. And I thought it could be a more mature moral. Animation-wise, I like the animation style. That's the one thing that I loved about this film, is the designs of the troll are a nice modern take on the old, creepy baby, naked baby looks. And also the Bergens are really nasty looking, like I said earlier, with their crooked teeth and their warts and stuff. And also I love the fabric-y style of it. It reminds me so much of Yoshi's Woolly World or Kirby's Epic Yarn. and it's just everything looks like fabric, and it's awesome. Like the fire is even kind of giving off like a little bit of a fuzzy material looking thing. It's awesome to see the nice consistent style throughout, and the monsters look cool. Everything looks great in the film, and the fast fluid motions really are perfect for it. Everything moves so quickly. The characters just go from one scene to the next, and it moves along greatly. And also, the musical scenes are animated very well. Now, to the music. The songs are performed very well, like I said earlier. Each song really fits what's going on at the time. I personally really liked more so the actual original songs, like Get Back Up Again, voiced by sung by Anna Kendrick. She does a really good job here, and it's a nice little travel song. And Hair Up is a really cool, like, remix-esque kind of song. And I just wish it was played longer. Like, it's played twice, but for like 10 seconds. I'm like, no, that's more. That's good. And also, there's a really good slow song in the film later on, and I think it's the highlight of the film. Justin Timberlake and Anna Kendrick sing True Colors, which is originally sung by Cyndi Lauper. This is honestly the highlight of the film in terms of music and in terms of just story. It's a really nice, touching moment, in my opinion. The only negative side is that the majority of the songs are covers, and you're not gonna sit back home when you listen to Sounds of Silence or September and you're gonna be like, oh man, I remember when that was in Trolls. You're like, no, I'm gonna think of Earth, Wind, and Fire singing September. I'm not gonna think of Trolls singing September. I mean, for crying out loud, Clint Eastwood by Gorillaz is in it because, you know, the Bergens are like, I ain't happy, I'm feeling sad. I'm not gonna think of when that song comes on the radio, I'm not gonna be like, oh man, remember that awesome scene where the Bergens sung it? No, I'm not. I'm gonna think of the actual song. So that hurts it in the long run. It doesn't make it stand out. It just looks like they're copying and borrowing rather than being original. So all in all, altogether, I think Trolls is a simple, kid-friendly movie. It doesn't leave a lasting impact on you, but it's not trying to. The film is out to make you enjoy the film and make you smile, make you laugh, and the kids will very much enjoy it. It's honestly a harmless, cutesy movie that kids will love, but like I said, it won't leave a lasting impact on you. So I'm going to give Trolls a 3 out of 5, which basically means if it's on and you see it, check it out if you have some time to kill. You're not going to watch it twice, you know, it's just a nice little time killer. But kids, I will say, will absolutely love this film. So, check back 2 weeks where I should be reviewing Sing, probably, hopefully. So, until next time, guys, check out the rest of the content on the Discord channel, and I will see you guys next time. Blah!